Video Games New York is one of the best gaming stores I've ever been to. It's a dream come true for any collector, offering everything from modded consoles to rare limited editions and even factory-sealed games in perfect condition. Today, I'll give you 7 reasons why you absolutely need to visit Video Games New York if you love collecting games. Reason number 1. What sets this store apart is something truly unique. They distribute their own games. This blew me away because it gave the whole experience a local flavor. It's rare to find a store that publishes its own games, and it made my visit feel special. The shop operates under 2 names, Video Games New York, which is their physical store, and VGNY, their publishing brand that releases rare indie games mainly for the Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. I was particularly impressed with their Elite Editions, which come with reflective covers, instruction booklets, certificates, and other extras. I couldn't resist picking up titles like Demoniaca, Yuppie Psycho, and Hyper Sentinel. As a bonus, they even threw in a cassette tape with the Hyper Sentinel soundtrack. I also grabbed an import from France called Pinkman, which was limited to just 999 physical copies. Not to mention, they carry homebrew games, new titles made for classic consoles by dedicated fans. I've never seen a store like this before, and it gave me a whole new appreciation for indie and retro gaming. If you're a collector, this is an experience you can't miss. Reason number 2. The store is packed with amazing consoles, including rare handhelds from McDonald's promotions and beautifully preserved Sega systems. But what really caught my eye were the modded consoles. I couldn't stop admiring the transparent NES or the custom Game Boys with upgraded screens and unique designs like Kirby, Metroid, and Pokemon themes. I couldn't leave without picking up a transparent Game Boy Color myself. The display is crystal clear, and I added Super Mario Land and Tetris to really test it out. The adjustable brightness on the screen has completely transformed the retro gaming experience for me. I'm always torn between collecting original gear in pristine condition or going for these upgraded versions, and honestly, I'm leaning toward the latter. Reason number 3, the store has a museum section marked not for sale, and the treasures on display are jaw-dropping. There's a Metal Gear Solid exhibit with a PlayStation 3 signed by Hideo Kojima himself. Right below that, there's a Nintendo display featuring a Mario-themed artwork and a console signed by Shigeru Miyamoto. One customer was asking about the prices, but there's a sign stating that any offers need to be emailed, as these items are primarily for display. Honestly, if I had the money and a massive game room, I wouldn't think twice about purchasing something from that collection. The sheer collector's value is immense. Reason number 4, if you're a fan of factory-sealed games, this store is like heaven. And I'm not just talking about modern releases. They have retro games for systems like the N-Gage, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation 1, and Nintendo GameCube, all in their original packaging. It's a serious investment for high-end collectors, but just being able to look at these treasures through the glass displays was an experience in itself. Every corner of this store made me feel like a kid in a candy store. This is why I love retro game hunting. It takes me back to my childhood every time. Reason number 5, Video Games New York isn't just a place to buy games, they also offer services to keep your collection in top shape. If you have a damaged game disc, a broken console, or a cartridge that needs cleaning, the staff here will gladly help you out. I had a cartridge and a console that needed some extra attention, and the staff took care of it right away. They even fixed one of my consoles on the spot, and I felt really well taken care of as a customer. This kind of service is something every retro game store should offer. Keeping the classics alive and well-maintained is just as important as collecting them. Reason number 6, you can find more than just games here. They also sell accessories, magazines, and merch. My goal in New York was to pick up a copy of Nintendo Power, which is hard to find in Europe, and I found one. They also carry classic magazines like Mad, and even books based on popular games and pop culture, perfect for filling up your game room shelves. The figure selection is also incredible, especially the factory-sealed Nintendo Amiibo figures. The store's shelves are full of accessories too, like controllers, memory cards, and more extreme peripherals for your favorite consoles. One thing that really stood out to me was their section dedicated to arcade stick parts. I've never seen so many Japanese Sanwa parts and different commercial arcade sticks available in one place. It was a dream come true for a fighting game fan like me, but if you're traveling, be mindful. These could definitely add weight to your luggage. Reason number 7. This reason isn't about gaming itself, but about the overall shopping experience. As a tourist from Europe, I was super excited to visit Video Games New York. However, I got a bit carried away and ended up leaving half of my purchases behind. I also had an issue with the start button on one of the consoles I bought. The next day, I went back to the store, and to my surprise, the staff remembered me right away. They had my forgotten items waiting for me, and they swapped out the faulty Game Boy for a new one without hesitation. The customer service here blew me away. These guys truly care about their customers and are always ready to help. That's why you need to visit this store. It's not just a treasure trove of games, but a place run by passionate people who give you the best gaming store experience possible. I usually consider myself someone who likes to save money whenever possible, but somehow I ended up spending almost $500 in this game store. Why? Because as a European tourist, I really valued the experience, and honestly, retro game hunting is my guilty pleasure. It's that nostalgic green light to relive my childhood, splurge on things I love, and just be happy. So, to all you collectors out there, have fun at Video Games New York.